Hello and welcome to lesson 3 of Breakthrough Plus 2. In today's lesson, we are going to be studying 2 units, Unit 3 and Unit 4. For Unit 3, you will learn how to make request questions, make permission questions, use phrasal verbs, and listen for key information. For Unit 4, you will learn how to use the past simple tense to talk about your hobbies or interests. Use the past simple tense for he and she, and talk about your favorite hobby in detail. Let's get started with Unit 3. Unit 3 is called Getting Along. Now, if you look at the picture on the left, you can see that his bedroom, we're not going to say his bedroom is dirty. We're going to use the word messy. He has a messy bedroom. If something is messy, we need to tidy. So he needs to tidy up his bedroom. So we have 2 words here, tidy and messy. Right now, his bedroom is messy. That's M-E-S-S-Y. We're going to start with request questions. A request is when you want another person to do a small job for you. You want somebody to help you. To make a request question, we use can you or could you, plus our verb action. For example, can you tidy up your room? Can you tidy up your room? If you want to be more polite, maybe you're talking to a teacher or somebody older than yourself, we need to use more polite language. In this case, we're going to use would you mind plus verb plus ing. In our example, would you mind tidying up your room? So if you want the most polite question, it's would you mind plus ing. For a normal question, it's just can you or could you. In this case, no ing. So here there's no ing, and here we have an ing. The other kind of question is called a permission question. Permission. This is when you want to ask another person if you can do something. You're going to check if it's okay. Here the question is, do you mind if I, plus your verb action? Or is it okay if I, plus your verb action? Here we do not use ing. So do you mind if I turn off the air conditioner? So for permission, we have do you mind if I, and is it okay if I? So we have 2 kinds of questions, request and permission. Request and permission. If you open your student books to page 17, in number 1, we have what we call phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb is just a verb with 2 parts. Turn off, put on, take out, etc., etc. So if you see 2 parts like this is what we call a phrasal verb. I want you to match the phrasal verbs to the pictures, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes. All right, let's go ahead. Look at the answers. Number 1, turn off. That's E, turn off. Number 2, put on. That's I. Number 3, take out. That's G. Number 4, put down. That's A. Number 5, turn up. That's C. Number 6, pick up. That's B. Number 7, bring in. That's H. Number 8, turn down. That's D. Number 9, take off. That's J. And number 10, turn on. That's F. Now let's look at number 2. We have a few more phrasal verbs we can match in number 2. Number 2.1, put away. Put away. That one's C, the groceries. Groceries just means food. When you go shopping, eMart, Home Plus, and you come home, you put your groceries into your cupboard or your fridge or your freezer. The food you buy at eMart is called groceries. That one is put away. Number 2, hang up your coat. Number 3, write down your address. Number 4, put out the fire. Put out means to stop or extinguish. In this case, we probably pour water over the fire to put out the fire. So these are examples of some common phrasal verbs in English. Now we're going to give a bit more information, and we're going to add to the phrasal verb, and we're going to say what is the object or the item. So for example, in A, put down, there's a kind of bag we call briefcase. Briefcase. So A, put down the briefcase. B, of course, is a pen. Sentence, pick up the pen. C is a stereo or music player. We're going to say turn up the volume. Turn up the volume or turn up the music. D is a radio. So the sentence is turn down the radio. And E is a switch or a light. So we can say turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. In your notebooks, I would like you to write down for F, G, H, I, and J. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. Okay, let's look at the answers. Remember, you can, of course, pause the video if you need more time. F, turn on the TV, turn on the TV. G, take out the garbage or trash. Sometimes, if you're from England, people may say rubbish. Here, we're going to use the word garbage, take out. H is bring in the laundry. We pronounce this laundry, laundry. Laundry is when you wash your clothing, and when you've finished washing your clothing and it's dry, we call it laundry. So laundry just means clean clothes. Bring in the laundry. I, put on your hat. And J, take off your shoes. Now we're going to add a little bit more information. Look at the picture. What's the problem? Here we have some garbage. Kind of disgusting. Or the garbage is smelly. Here we used an adjective. Do you remember in the previous lesson, ADJ? So this adjective is smelly. I'm going to make a request question. Can you or could you take out the garbage? It's kind of smelly. Here we used it's kind of. Often in English, we don't say it's very or it's really. We make it a little bit less strong, and we use words like kind of, it's kind of, or it's a bit, or it's a little. So here we have our 2 request questions, and here we have our 2 permission questions. In this case, I used it's kind of. It's kind of, it's kind of, it's kind of, but you can change it to it's a bit, or it's a little. Look at the picture on the left. We have a messy bedroom. So the request question is tidy up. So request, could you, phrasal verb, tidy up your room. It's kind of messy. I would like you to write the permission question here. A polite request. Now remember, if it's polite, you need to include ing. So that's would you mind plus ing. And here, a permission question. And I want you to use this kind of expression as we see here. plus your adjective. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some possible answers. Permission. Do you mind? Permission question. Do you mind if I turn on the light? It's a bit dark. Next, polite request. Would you mind turning down your music? ING. Would you mind? ING. Would you mind turning down your music? It's a little loud. And next is permission. Is it okay if I turn up the TV? It's a bit quiet. Is it okay if I turn up the TV? It's a bit quiet. We have just 3 more examples. Permission, request, and a polite request. Again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. So write down into your notebooks, please. All right, then let's go and look at some answers. Number 1, permission. Is it okay if I turn off the air conditioner? It's a little cold. Number 2, request. Could you turn off the light? It's a bit bright. Number 3, polite request. That's, would you mind putting out your cigarette? It's kind of smelly. Finally, in Unit 3, we can do a listening task. So I'd like you to look at picture A, picture B, picture C, and picture D. And we're going to fill in the blanks for number 3. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play the audio. And on page 20 of your book, I'd like you just to fill in the blanks.
Unit 3, page 20, Skills Expansion, Listening.
1. It's Luis Delgado here, your next-door neighbor. Would you mind moving your garbage? It's in my parking space. Thank you. 2.
Hello, Joseph? It's Andrea. Listen, I can't use the internet for some reason, and I want to check my email. So, is it okay if I use your computer? I hope so, because I'm leaving now. See you soon. Bye.
3.
Hello, Joseph. It's your mother. Could you bring in the laundry for me? It's raining and I can't do it all myself. Please hurry. I'm waiting.
4.
Hello, this is Gary. I don't know where you are, Joseph. You're never in. Anyway, do you mind if I see you at 8 o'clock tonight, not 7? There's some work here I want to finish. Hope that's okay with you. Bye.
We're going to listen just one more time.
Unit 3, page 20, Skills Expansion, Listening.
1. It's Luis Delgado here, your next-door neighbor. Would you mind moving your garbage? It's in my parking space. Thank you. 2.
Hello, Joseph? It's Andrea. Listen, I can't use the internet for some reason, and I want to check my email. So, is it okay if I use your computer? I hope so, because I'm leaving now. See you soon. Bye.
3.
Hello, Joseph. It's your mother. Could you bring in the laundry for me? It's raining and I can't do it all myself. Please hurry. I'm waiting.
4.
Hello, this is Gary. I don't know where you are, Joseph. You're never in. Anyway, do you mind if I see you at 8 o'clock tonight, not 7? There's some work here I want to finish. Hope that's okay with you. Bye.
So that concludes Unit 3. And now we're going to move on to Unit 4. So if you want to pause, take a break, you're welcome to do that, of course. Unit 4 is interests. So in Unit 4, we're going to talk about activities or hobbies. You can see the picture on the left. They look like judges. Maybe they're judging ice skating or gymnastics. And maybe the picture on the right looks like it could be a concert. Turn to page 25 in your student book. In number 1, we have some common actions or free time activities, and we're going to match to the pictures. I think just 1 minute. Let's look at the answers. Number 1, book a trip abroad. This is the verb book. This is an action. It means make a reservation or reserve. Book a trip abroad. Picture D. Number 2, take photos. Of course, G. Number 3, visit a museum. That's F. Number 4, watch a movie. That's H. Number 5, choose a book. That's A. Number 6, take an evening class in Mandarin. Mandarin is Chinese. Over here you can see the Chinese language. Take an evening class in Mandarin, that's E. Number 7, go to a concert. Go to a concert, of course, C. And number 8, plant some flowers. That one's B. So I hope you got all of those correct. We're going to take a look at number 2 now. And you have to match the items in number 1 to the name of the hobby in number 2. Let's do this together. A, photography. Photography. Pronunciation is photography. 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 It's number 2, of course, take photos. B, languages. That one's number 6. Mandarin, Chinese, English. C, gardening is number 8, plant some flowers. D, movies is number 4, watch a movie. E, reading is number 5, choose a book. F, music is number 7, go to a concert. G, history. History is the study of the past, old things. That's number 3, visit a museum. And H, travel, is number 1, book a trip abroad. This word abroad here just means another country. Canada, America, Italy, etc., etc. Different country. In the box below number 2, we have 3 expressions. I'm interested in, I'm into, and I really like. And we can use these with the name of a hobby up here. So you can say, I'm interested in photography. I'm into music. I really like reading. Below this box, we have the questions to match the expressions here. So I'm interested in blah, blah. The question is, what are you interested in? I'm into blah, blah. The question is, what are you into? And I really like blah, blah, blah. The question is, what do you like doing in your free time? What do you like doing in your free time? So these match the answers here. Now, go back and think about these verbs here: book, take, visit, blah, blah, blah. These are what we call present simple. Book a trip abroad. This is the verb book. I want you to change it to past simple. In this case, booked. Present simple, take. Past simple, took. Present simple, visit. Past simple, you fill in the blanks. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Let's look at the answers. Visit a museum, visited. Visited. We're just going to add ed to this one. Visited. Watch a movie. Again, it's just ed. Watched. Watched. Now, it has ed, but we don't pronounce it with 2 sounds. We don't say watched. We pronounce it with just 1 sound. Watched. 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 And this, ed, sounds like a t, t, t. Watched. Choose a book, chose a book. Take an evening class, took an evening class. Go to a concert, went to a concert. Plant some flowers, planted some flowers. Now, the ones that have just ed on the end are what we call regular verbs. So we make the past by adding ed. The other ones like this, what we call irregular. You just have to memorize the irregular verbs. It's a good tip. So here we're looking at past simple verbs, past simple. To make a question in the past, we can ask like this: what did you do? What did you do? This is a past question, and we can include a day and, or part of the day. And, or part of the day. If it's possible to include all of this or just this. The day can be yesterday, 2 days ago, on Saturday, on the weekend. The part of day can be morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So, example, what did you do on Saturday night? And now this is a past answer. I watched a movie. The question here is for you, and you answer I. The question for he and she is the same. Do not add S. In the present, we need to add S for he or she. So I go, he goes. I play, he plays. I watch, she watches. But in the past, you do not change the verb. It's just the same. What did your father do last night? He watched a movie. So here could be you or I. Just the same, yeah? Turn to page 26 of your student book. This question. What did, here's the name of the person, Michael, Lee Min, or Lisa. What did, name, do, on, here's the day, Saturday, Sunday, and here's the part of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night. To find this section, you need to look at the clock in the picture. In this case, 3 p.m., so you know here must be afternoon. So together, let's make the 3 sentences for Michael. Okay, so we're going to go number 1, number 2, and number 3. Let's look at number 1. Question. What did Michael do on Saturday afternoon? Saturday afternoon. Now, he's in a travel agency and he wants to go abroad. So what is the verb that we need? Let's take a look back here. I think we need to use this here, booked. So the answer is he booked a trip abroad. Number 2, what's the question? Now, we already said his name is Michael. Now, remember, we don't repeat Michael, Michael, Michael in English. We're just going to now make the question he. So, what did he do on Saturday? The time is 9 p.m. So here we're going to say night. What did he do on Saturday night? And the answer is he watched a movie. He watched a movie. Number 3, question. What did he do on Sunday? And the time is 8 p.m. We can call that evening. What did he do on Sunday evening? Now, what's the action? The teacher is saying bonsoir, Michael. Bonsoir, Michael. That is French. So if we go right back to here, the action is took an evening class in French. So the answer for number 3 is he took an evening class in French. Open your notebooks, and I would like you to make the questions and the answers for Lisa and Li Min. So for each picture, there's one question and one answer. One question, one answer, one question, one answer. And that's Lisa and Li Min. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Let's look at the answers for Lisa. Lisa, number 1. What did Lisa do on Saturday morning? Answer: she chose a book. Or you can change the verb chose to bought. B-O-U-G-H-T. The present verb is buy. The past is bought. Number 2, what did Lisa do on Sunday afternoon? She visited a museum. Number 3, what did Lisa do on Sunday evening? What did Lisa do on Sunday evening? She studied English. The present verb is study. The past verb is studied. That's S-T-U-D-I-E-D. She studied English. Li Min, number 1. What did Li Min do on Saturday afternoon? She took photos. What did Li Min do on Saturday evening? She went to a concert. She went to a concert. And what did Lee Min do on Sunday morning? Answer, she planted some flowers. She planted some flowers. Okay, so that is how to ask questions in the past tense and answer questions in the past tense. Finally, for today's lesson, we're going to look at page 27. When we take the speaking test, I may ask you this question. Tell me about your favorite hobby. Tell me about your favorite hobby. Or I may ask you questions over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's how to answer. So number 1, what's your favorite hobby? My favorite hobby is... Now, if you want, you can choose something with ing. Gardening, reading, dancing. So it could be something with ing. That's V, verb. Dancing, yeah? Or you can include a noun, like movies, photography. Question 2, when did you start it? The question is when, so you need to give when. I started it 2 years ago. You can include the word ago plus a number like 2 or 3. Last summer, last winter, last month, last week. Choose one. Question 3 is why do you like it? You should answer with an adjective. Adjective, adjective, adjective. Relaxing, exciting, interesting, fun. Does it cost a lot of money? Is it expensive? Well, it's kind of cheap, or it's kind of expensive, or it's free to do, no money. One more question. When was the last time you The question will include a past tense verb. If the hobby is movies, the question will be, when was the last time you watched a movie? If the hobby is reading, the question will be, when was the last time you read a book? So the same past tense verbs you should include here. So the last time I watched a movie was blah blah ago, 2 days ago, last summer, last week, last winter, yesterday. But here you need your past tense action, like watched a movie, read a book, took photos, blah blah blah. So finally today, in your notebooks, I would like you to write down all the sentences like this about your favorite hobby. I'm going to give you 4 minutes. Okay, we're going to conclude today's lesson. Thank you for listening. We finished for today. Well done. There's a lot to study in today's lesson because we studied 2 units, Unit 3 and Unit 4. So please go back, re-watch the video, pause the video if there's anything you don't understand. Thank you very much for listening and stay safe. Please keep checking the Cyber Campus for any new messages. Bye-bye.